Welcome to day 20 of Aurora Wellness Group's 28-day mental health challenge. Today we're going to talk about body acceptance. This is a really hard subject for a lot of people. But today I'm going to run you through a safe activity, which can help us to identify and let go of areas in our body that we hold judgment around. Many of us are so used to criticizing our bodies that we don't even notice ourselves doing it. We see ourselves naked and scoff at our belly, our thighs, our skin. We think, if only I weren't that big. I have to lose weight. I wish I looked different. We look at our face in the mirror and focus on our imperfections, our wrinkles, the features we think shouldn't be like they are. It can become so ingrained in our habits and our self-talk that it comes as naturally as us as breathing. Critiquing our body can become part of our daily, sometimes hourly dialogue with ourselves. And from the outside, we are reminded of our supposed imperfections all the time. On movie screens, on social media, in clothing ads, all featuring airbrushed models. We often forget that bodies are not made to be perfect, and that even the idea of perfection is a construct. Most of all, we forget that our body is a living, breathing system that supports us being alive. So we can consciously change this habit. And when we do, we begin to see and to feel that these thought patterns are not necessary and definitely not helpful to our happiness. So even if we want to be healthier or slim down or change something about ourselves, it has been scientifically proven that being a jerk to ourselves doesn't make us change. So today we're going to do a guided meditation around observing judgments in our body. So if possible, do this meditation wearing very little or no clothing. If that's not comfortable for you, just wear something that's going to make you feel comfortable. We're going to do this meditation lying down. I want you to be able to stretch out, feel held by the ground or by something soft. If you're in bed, try to do this at a time where you're not going to fall asleep. But if you do, that's okay too. So let's begin. Begin by closing your eyes. Take in the sounds around you and notice how it feels to be resting comfortably, to be doing something loving and kind for yourself. Feel the sensation of the fabric or the ground beneath you and of any clothing you're wearing. Notice the feeling of the air against your skin. And notice what it feels like just to pause and rest in this noticing for a few moments. When you're ready, open your eyes. Look at your feet. What comes to mind? Is there a judgment or dismissal? Nothing to fix here. Right now, you're just noticing how you speak to yourself. Bring your gaze slowly up your calves, your knees, your thighs, and notice the thoughts. Do they zone in on imperfections? Do they write off any of your physical traits as being too much or not enough? Notice these thoughts and then just put them aside for now. Now move through the rest of your body. You'll notice some areas bring up stronger thoughts and feelings than others. Let your gaze rest on your stomach, your genital area, your chest area, your arms, your hands. Just notice what comes to mind. How do you tend to speak to these parts of you? As you look at your body, Do you notice any memories arising? Or any regrets about your health, ways you've lived your life, things you've eaten? It might help to say a few of these out loud. Notice how you feel as you speak or note these thoughts. Where does your body hold these emotions? How do they feel? Is there fluttering, tightening? This part of noticing can bring up feelings of discomfort, unpleasant sensations, and that's okay. Allow these to be there with you for a few moments without fighting them as a normal, natural part of this process. If you have any trauma in your body, it is okay to skip over some parts if they're too intense for you. Focus on the parts that feel okay to do this exercise with. Now imagine a loving presence. It can be a human or an animal or a spiritual presence. For some people, a trusted family member or friend evokes this kind of love. For others, it can be a pet or God. It can be someone who's living or someone who has passed on. Or you can choose a spiritual guide. You can also just simply imagine a warm, kind sunlight shining on you with no boundaries or limitations. Or a cool blue light, healing and soothing. Go with whatever feels like the most love and kindness to you. If you have a hard time conjuring up a loving presence, imagine what it might feel like to be loved unconditionally in a way that you'd want to be. Feel this within your body as well. Now I want you to place your hands gently on the part of your body you had the most criticism for. Imagine that loving presence moving through you, through your arms, into your hands, and into that body part. Allow it to be filled with acceptance, with warmth, with kindness, and just experience this unconditional love for a few moments. Other emotions might pop up, like anxiety, fear, anger, resistance. That's okay. Just let them be there as well. Now I want you to think about some of the good things that this part of your body has done for you. How has it supported you? Has it digested your food, helped you exercise, held you up at your job, held a child, kept you healthy? What might this body part most need to hear from you right now? This might be thank you, or I appreciate you. It might be I love you, I'm here for you, I'm sorry, or I accept you just as you are. If you're able to, repeat some of these phrases a few times to that part of your body, while just continuing to allow the love to flow into it. If you can, feel this love flow into any other body part that might need it, and even throughout your whole being. Just imagine what it would feel like to give love to your body. What it would feel like to think of yourself as beautiful. to know that you are doing your best and your body is also doing its best. To give yourself gratitude. To love yourself as perfectly imperfect. Notice the sensations arising within you. And notice what it feels like to allow yourself to take up space. To accept your body just as it is in this moment. To offer yourself love. And rest for a while in this spaciousness. Stay here for as long as you want or need. And thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow.